Hey guys, today I'm going to do a 6-month wear and tear review on my Rolex Submariner 41mm. I've had this watch for a little over 6 months now. I do wear it out all the time, although I do have a beater that I use at the pool, beach, vacations, etc. And this Rolex is what I wear out all the time when I go to hang out with friends or go to any events or anything like that. So I do try to take care of my watches. I try not to purposely bang them around or anything like that. But obviously, as you can see, you'll see in a little bit, there are some nicks and scratches on the watch. I kind of just wanted to give you guys an overview of wear and tear you can maybe expect if you do take care of your watches. These watches are meant to be worn. You will encounter scratches and some wear on them over time. So don't fret, that first scratch is gonna hurt. And then you just remind yourself that it supposedly adds character to the watch and that they're meant to be worn and the scratches do tell a story. So this Rolex Submariner here does have a ceramic bezel, which is basically scratch proof. The front of the watch is basically flawless, nothing on the sapphire crystal, that's scratch proof as well. That's gonna pretty much remain flawless unless I actually bang this watch really hard on a rock or something hard and one of these things shattered. But other than that, you're not really gonna find scratches on them. If you look on the lugs here, they're pretty much flawless. Just a little bit of dirt and grime in there, but no scratches or anything like that. When you come to the polished sides of the case here, you'll see there are scratches. Like I said, I do try to take care of my watches. Sometimes if I'm sitting at a table or something and I have my hands close to my lap and I go to kind of pull back my hands, and sometimes I do ding the watch on the underside of the table I'm sitting at, which is a problem. I try to remember not to do that, but sometimes I do forget. I don't know if you can see it right here, but there is a little nick here, right there. There is a little nick that I caught accidentally hitting it against the table. And then if I try to remove these smudges here, there are a lot of micro scratches on the side of the case. This is a polished surface, so you're gonna get scratches here, and they do show up very, very easily. So you got that nick there. And if you look at the light here, there's a bunch of scratches on the polished surface. If you go to the other side of the case, the sides here are polished as well. Same thing, you do actually see a scratch right there. And again, I do try to be very careful with my watches. Scratch right there, and some micro scratches right there as well. So this is on the polished sides of the case. Polished sides do show scratches a lot more than brushed side of the case. I did, however, purchase this Cape Cod polishing cloth here that you can use to polish the actual polished sides of the case. It does remove those micro scratches and the hairline scratches. It does take off a very small layer of the 904L steel, so just be very careful if you're ready to do that. Make sure you tape up your watch so the brush surfaces are not exposed. There's a lot of YouTube videos out there that do show how to use this cloth. If you do want me to show you how to use it, comment down below. I'll be happy to put together a quick video. I'm not planning on polishing this watch anytime soon. I've only had this for 6 months. I do expect a lot more scratches to show up on these polished sides here. So once I do accumulate a large amount of those scratches, I'm going to polish it very, very, very lightly with one of these polishing cloths. I got this on Amazon, but you can get them all over the internet. Now, if you look at the actual bracelet of the watch, the bracelet is brushed. The bracelet actually doesn't really show any scratches to the naked eye. If you do shine a very, very bright LED light on the brush surface, you can maybe make out some hairline scratches, but to the naked eye, you can't really see anything. Same thing with the other side of the case here. So brushed steel is basically the way to go if you want to just hide very minor wear and tear. The camera probably won't pick it up, but there are some just hairline scratches over here on the brush side, but you can't really tell at all. You have to kind of be looking for it and analyzing it under a light to kind of see it. Again, brushed steel does hide micro hairline scratches and micro scratches very, very well, unlike the polished sides of the case. All the polished sides, it is pretty blingy, so you get that shine to it. So that's a pro and con of that polished side here. So that scratch, did bother me when I first got it, but then I reminded myself that these are meant to be worn. Now the clasp, I actually have a protective film on here. It looks pretty ugly here. I do have to kind of take this off and replace it. So the clasp underneath is pretty flawless because I do have this protective film. It's not really cut exactly to size, so I do kind of have to replace that. Polished side here of this clasp, you do have a lot of hairline scratches. This other side here, some minor scratches, not too bad. To be honest, I don't really care if I get scratches on the inside of the clasp here. I'm not really worried about it. And if you look at the back of the watch, which is very hard to see, there is a polished ring here around the case back that does have some scratches. One time I went to try on another watch at a watch dealer, and then I had the watch sitting like this on the table as I tried on the other watch, and then the rep, she actually picked up the watch to see what it was, and then she laid it down like this. When I picked it up, I did find a few scratches here from the back of the bracelet here, scratching up against the polished sides. I do try to be careful and not lay my watch flat like this. I do always try to store it like this on, you know, a non-hard surface. There you go, that's my 6-month review. Let me know if you want to see a video of me using that Cape Cod polishing cloth on the polished sides of the case. Let me know if you want to see any other videos. If you have any questions about the Submariner, let me know as well. And I hope everyone has a great day. Bye now.